And we're live in Santa Clara where 49er fans got up close and personal with their team today ahead of the first preseason game this weekend. The Niners hoping their season will start and end right here at Levi Stadium. On Saturday, the Denver Broncos come to town. And of course, in February, the Super Bowl 60 comes to Santa Clara for only the second time. Levi Stadium buzzing with a lot of activity today. And our team coverage begins with Matt Lively. And Matt, as the Niners fine-tune their game plan as they prepare to hit the field, I'm sure a lot of disappointment from last season when they only won 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to turn the page, though. If you're the 49ers, last season is a wash. It's gone. It's all about this season. That all starts on Saturday here at Levi Stadium. And today they got a little taste of it with the Denver Broncos in town for that joint practice here. No better way than to start hitting somebody that's not on your own team. A lot of former Niners in attendance here now playing for the Broncos, including Talanoa Hufanga, Dre Greenlaw, Mike McGlinchey, all those guys coming back. And for the 49ers, it is nice to just finally be putting contact onto somebody who isn't also in the red and gold.
Felt great. Yeah, it's always great. See where you're at in camp, and it's about that time. We're tired of going against each other, so it's always good to see some fresh faces out there.
I think the guys are getting a little bored trying to get better every day versus themselves, so I think they were more excited to go against someone else today, but there's nothing that I really make up like, hey, today we're going against someone else, so we have to do A, B, and C. I mean, it's the exact same meeting in the morning that I've had all the other 12 days. It's a different jersey out there.
Everyone here disappointed that Dre Greenlaw not suiting up for the Denver Broncos, dealing with a little bit of an injury. But we're going to hear from Mike McGlinchey and Talanoa Hufanga a little bit later in the show on what it was like to come back here to Levi Stadium, especially Talanoa Hufanga. He was just here with the 49ers, and now his first game as a member of the Broncos going to be against his old team.
Yeah, that must have been weird for fans to actually see all these fan favorites on the other team today.
It's a little heartbreaking, right? Unless you get an autograph, and then everything's okay.
All right, thanks, Matt. We'll see you back here in sports. Yeah. Again, today, 49er fans pack the stands to get a look at how the team is coming together during training camp. There's a growing sense from the fans we talked to that this year could be something very special. And despite being one of the most storied franchises in the NFL, it has now been 3 decades, 30 years since the 49ers took home the Lombardi Trophy. Fans hoping they'll finally get over the hump this season. Len Ramirez spoke to some of those diehard fans convinced that this indeed will be the year. But these fans have very high expectations, especially after those early Super Bowl wins.
Exactly right. The 49ers fans expect excellence, as they should. And it has been a very long time that the 49ers have brought home a Lombardi Trophy. They haven't won here at Levi Stadium. In fact, they haven't brought home that trophy to this stadium. They were at Candlestick the last time they won a Super Bowl. But talking to the fans today, you really get the sense that hope still has not faded. It's been 3 decades since the 49ers brought the Lombardi Trophy back to the Bay. In the stands at the 49ers practice field, the spirit of that victory is alive, even if for many the memories are not. Do you remember the last time they won a Super Bowl?
No. Nope, I do not. Nope.
Because?
I wasn't born. Yeah.
There is something of a generation gap among 49ers fans, those with memories of an unforgettable Super Bowl win, and those who've only seen it on the highlight reels. And for old school fans like Felicia, the wait for another one is getting harder.
30 years ago, yes, I was 28, and living in Bayview, Hunters Point. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember the food that we pulled out.
What did you pull out?
We had New Orleans. We had crawfish and crab and gumbo and etouffee. We pulled out a whole New Orleans style meal.
It was January 29th, 1995, when the Niners crushed the then San Diego Chargers 49-26. Felicia celebrated with the team at the parade on the streets of San Francisco.
We've been faithful, but we were the diehard.
But for fans like Nicholas, that moment shaped a different kind of legacy.
How old were you?
10, going on 10, I think.
He grew up to become an artist and created a 49ers logo made of tiny handwritten names of every player who's ever won a Super Bowl with the team.
Number 21, Deion Sanders.
He spent weeks researching every name and says some from that 1995 roster stood out.
but it's been far too long.
We got robbed the last couple times, so yeah, we got to pull it off this year for sure.
Back on the field, Felicia says the team owes the next generation a memory of their own.
We are definitely overdue so that this young generation can taste that Super Bowl. They're already hungry. We didn't have 2 heartbreaking losses, so they need to be able to eat a Super Bowl.
Every season begins with optimism that this could be the year that breaks that 3-decade drought.
And so all the fans got to see their heroes up close and personal today. Ryan, another talented roster. Let's see what happens the rest of the season.
You know, it's hard to believe that it's been 30 years since they hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. Does that say something about the team, or does that say something about us that we still remember that?
Well, we remember the most recent appearances. Unfortunately, they were losses for the 49ers. When I started reminding fans that it's been 30 years since they won a Super Bowl, they were going like, wow, it has been a long time. It's time.